Salutations readers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nkechi, and for today I'm going to do the intimidating TBR book tag. Now, I do not know who the original creator was. Unfortunately, the original video has been privated or even deleted. I do not know what happened to it, so I have no way to really tell as far as like who originally created it, but I will have to thank Scotty from Scottish Reads for tagging me from her video, and now I'm going to do this tag as well. So there's a few questions here. I do have a stack of books over here as far as some books that I'm like, am I gonna go back to? Am I gonna read? I'm a little bit intimidated, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, let's just honestly just get through all the questions. All right, question number 1. What book have you been unable to finish? Well, if you've been in my channel for at least a little while, I don't think this answer is surprising, but that is The Reformatory by Tanana Reeve Dew. I did soft DNF this book last year, decided to come back to it this year for Blackoween, and if you watched my wrap-up video, you already know. I did not end up finishing reading this book. And I still have not been able to get back into it as if I'm recording. Because again, like the subject matter of the book is intense. And when I came back to reading the book, I came back to a very intense part in the book. And I was not happy. I was trying to return. I was like, okay, you know what? I need a break. I want to finish it, but I really have been unable to finish it because of its subject matter. I do want to finish it someday, preferably this year, but we shall see. All right, question number 2. What's a book you haven't had the time to finish? Well, I do have 2 books to fulfill this one, and mostly because I really had them in the back burner for the past couple of months now, and I didn't intend it to. It's just that I want to prioritize other things because of readathons. So I will say that it is the first binding by R. Verdi and They Can't Kill Us Until They Kill Us by Hanif Abdurraqib. The first binding because, well, honestly, it's a long book. It's over 800 pages long. I do own the audiobook. I got it from Libro FM, so I can at least take my time with this one. And this book, I initially had the audiobook, and then it got returned to the library, so I have not really returned to it. Also, I've not been much in a headspace really to be reading nonfiction as much as I really hoped to. But I do want to, like, get back into both of these books. I don't know about the first binding as far as being finished this year, but as far as They Can't Kill Us Until They Can Kill Us, I do want to at least finish this one. Especially since it was recommended to me for, like, a 12 Breakfast 12 Friends, I think, last year. So I do want to get back to this book specifically. Okay, question number 3. What's a book that you've been unable to finish because it's a sequel? This one's a little bit difficult for me because I don't end up not finishing a book just because it's a sequel. I mean, if I don't finish a sequel, it's because I'm either not in the mood for it or I don't think the sequel is good. But a particular sequel, though, that I'm actually been reconsidering coming back to would have to be The Unrelenting Earth by Kritika H. Rao. And I did say, I forgot which quarter wrap it was, but I did say, though, I did hard DNF The Unrelenting Earth. But then, one of my subscribers, Julie, actually, they convinced me to come back to this sequel, since they said that, like, the ending really, like, pulled it all together. So I was like, okay, I'll come back to this series when I really am in the mood for it. So I have not really been able to really finish this second book, because I know the third book is going to be coming out. I mean, I don't know if it'll come out next year, but, like, so I do, and also I really do like Kritika H. Rao's writing from, like, The Surviving Sky, and I do look forward to reading more books by her. So I do want to, like, finish this series as well, especially since I was so excited for this second book. So I do want to come back to this sequel, but we shall see when. I don't know. I just haven't been really able to really focus in on the Unrelenting Earth right now, but I'll come back to it whenever I feel ready. Okay, question number 4. What book have you been unable to finish because it's brand new? I don't really have an answer for this one because I don't really understand it, to be quite honest. Like, there isn't really a book that I don't finish just because it's a brand new book. Like, if I start reading it, I'm just gonna read it, unless I'm just gonna soft DNF because I'm no longer in the mood for it. But that's kind of it. I don't just DNF something or not able to finish something just because it's brand new. That's just not how my brain works. So I'm gonna skip on this question and then move on to question number 5. What's a book you haven't read yet because you've read a book by the same author and didn't enjoy it? There's definitely books like that. There's even books I just haven't even started because I don't know, you know? And this was a little bit hard because I was like, wait, what books have I, like, which books, you know? Like, what books? Either either I just avoid it or I've already read it by now. So I do have 2 that I have on my physical TBR. So I have Who Fears Death by Nnedi Okorafor, and I do have The Atlas Paradox by Ollie Blake. The Atlas Paradox is like, I don't even know if I'm even going to read this sequel because this is the second book in the Atlas trilogy. And I did read the Atlas 6 like 2 years ago now, and I didn't really particularly love the Atlas 6. And I know that people were giving some pretty negative reviews on the Atlas Paradox, and I haven't heard much about the Atlas Complex. So as far as this entire trilogy is concerned, I probably should stay away. But I don't know. I had this feeling that maybe I should go back to the Atlas 6 and like try it again, like reread it, and then get back to the sequel. But I am hesitating though because I did not enjoy the Atlas 6. And it's actually the only Ollie Blake novel actually I did not enjoy was the Atlas 6. So I'm just like, So I do want to just give it a second shot and then come back to the sequel for the series. So I don't know. I hesitate to go back to this. And then Who Fears Death? I don't know. Nnedi Okorafor's adult books have not quite really worked for me, personally. I've definitely enjoyed more like her young adult stuff, like the Insipidity Script series. So I am a little bit hesitant to get back into like trying her adult work, because I find them to be like, solid, fine books, but I didn't find them great. But I don't know. I feel like something about Who Fears Death could really be the one that actually will work for me. But again, I do hesitate because I have been burned. I've been trying, but I've been burned. But I do want to just give both of these books a shot because I have enjoyed works by both of these authors. But there's also a couple of them that I did not really enjoy. So we shall see about these 2. All right, question number 6. What's a book you haven't read yet because you aren't in the mood for it? There's plenty of books to fulfill this one. I have too many books on my physical TBR. Oh, jeez, I have so many books in my physical TBR that fit for this, but I had to narrow it down to like the 2, okay? I had to max out the 2. I can't be having too many books here. But the 2 books in particular that I'm like, oh, I really want to read, but I'm also like, wait, but I'm not quite in the mood for it. I don't want to read right now. And then, like, I saw DNF or something, so I haven't started reading these books. But I really want to, though. And those books are Little Rots by Akwaeke Emezi and The Principle of Moments by Esme Jakimi Pearson. So, yeah. Both these books I've been really excited, especially Little Rot, most anticipated book of the year. Right. Yes, I have not read it yet. Because I'm just not in the mood to read it right now. And also, like, this is the only Akwaeke Emezi work that I have. Like, this is the only one I haven't read. I read all the work, so like it's like when I read one, I feel the need to read more, and I'm like, but there is not another one until like April of next year, so like I have to wait, And it's like I don't know. I like to have like a few of like their works that I have not read yet, and then like marathon all the way through, Also, I have heard that this has a lot of dark, very graphic things in here as well, so I definitely want to make sure I'm in the headspace for this one. And as far as The Principle of Moments, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I haven't started this one. Like, and this was a book that was, I'm very thankful that was gifted to me by Scotty, actually. So, like, I gotta start reading this sometime. Also, it is the first book in a trilogy, so that's another thing, too. And I have no idea when the sequel's gonna come out, but I gotta start reading both of these books. Like, hello? I gotta start reading them. Like, I find these books to be, like, ones that I've really been looking forward to reading. Especially Little Rock for a long while. So, I need to just start reading them. I just want to make sure, though, I'm in the right headspace. So, we shall see. We still got several weeks left of the year. So, it's not too late. But, worst comes to worst, though. I just read in 2025. It is what it is. Okay? All right. Question number 7. What's a book that you haven't finished yet because it's humongous? Well, as far as, there's one I haven't finished, and there's one that I haven't even read yet. So I will have to say that the first binding, for sure, one that I have not even finished reading, because, again, it's over 800 pages, and I did start it, like, around, where's my bookmark? Yep, this is where I'm at right now. This is how much I've read, and this is how much I have left to go. So, yeah, I have a long way to go with the first binding, honestly. But this is one that I don't mind taking my time with, not gonna lie. So, no rush on the first binding, but it is definitely the longest book in my physical TBR. So, yeah, I do hesitate with this one. But I'll also have to say The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. This one's also, like, I think the second largest, because this one's over 600 pages on my physical TBR. Yeah, I think this is the second longest book in my physical TBR. I haven't even started it yet, but I didn't want to at least read it. I'm just scared to even start it, so Yeah. All right, question number 8. What's a book you haven't read because it was a cover buy that turned out to have bad reviews? This one it hasn't happened as much often, at least not at this point of the year. Because like if I hear the negative reviews, then I'm like, okay, I either really listen to those negative reviews, or like I still give it a shot, or I read it and I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of agree with the negative reviews. This one though, I'm a little bit more hopeful because I do think the reviews, I don't know, this is definitely a book that I do want to read for myself to see where they lie, and that is Blood of the Root by Ladarian Williams. This is a young adult fantasy novel. It's a first book in a trilogy, and the negative reviews is really more so, I think, I don't know, like, there's definitely talks about, like, the main character being misogynistic, or, like, the book itself is misogynistic, which I'm just like, I don't know, there's something about, from my spirit, that I don't really think that might quite be the case. And I don't know, I feel like there's a little bit as well with, like, regarding the use of AAVE as well in here. People were criticizing, I'm like, it feels like we're toying on lines of respectability politics here. And I don't know, something about it just seemed iffy on, like, the reviewer part. So I want to just read this book for myself to really see where this strife regarding this book is coming from, especially since this is a debut novel from a black male author. Like, I want to give this guy a shot here. I don't want to just unhaul it just because I'm seeing all these negative reviews. I want to give this guy a second chance. Because, you know, a lot of people end up just being really harsh regarding black authors. So, I want to read it for myself and just see, you know, if this will really work for me. Maybe it's a solid enough book. Maybe it's just a fine book. Maybe I think it's amazing. Maybe I do think it's bad and, like, deserves all the criticism. I don't really know. So I do want to at least give this book a shot, regardless of, like, the negativity that this book has been getting. And also, it has been getting some good reviews, too. But I have been seeing lately, though, some of those bad reviews. So I am curious to see where I will lie with Blood of the Root. So I'll let y'all know. I'll keep y'all posted on that one. And then last but not least, we have question number 9. What's the most intimidating book on your TBR pile? Like, I don't think this is really a surprise. You know, like, I put it in, like, TBR videos, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna read this book. Put in one TBR, put in another TBR, put in another TBR. And then I end up not even starting reading it. Like, it's bad, y'all. Like, I gotta start reading this series. And I only own the first book, so that's why I'm just kind of like, you know, it's only the first book. But I'm also just like, maybe if I just have the rest of the series, it will force me to really read it. Because it's like, if I own the whole series, then, like, I have to start reading the first book. But then I don't want to do that massacre because that's a dangerous road to go down. So we shall see. I just need to at least start. And I already read, like, K-Lou's The Paper Menagerie short story collection. So, like, I already know I love his writing. So I just need to, like, read the full-fledged novel, you know? But, yeah, we shall see. Am I going to pick up the audiobook? I don't think I want to pick up the audiobook. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pick up the audiobook. So this will be a strictly read with my eyeballs read. But, yeah, I just need to, like, start. You know, start reading. Take my time with it. And I'll let y'all know. Now, as far as when I started, I don't know. You know what? Maybe this just needs to have a dedicated reading vlog. So I tend to read books faster if it has a dedicated reading vlog. I don't know why, but that's just how my brain works for some reason. So maybe I just need to have a dedicated reading vlog, and then it will just force me to start reading it, and then I can just vlog my experience with it. Maybe that's what it needs to happen. But yeah, I will let y'all know though when that happens. Anyways, that is it, y'all. That's all the books. That's all the questions and all the books in this intimidating TBR pile. I do hope to end up getting through a few of these books. Am I going to get through these books this year? I don't really know. This year is probably a little bit of a stretch on some of these books. Hopefully on a few, we shall see. And for sure, though, I do want to get through them, though, in 2025. But yeah, that's really all I have for y'all right now. So, y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments down below as far as my answers to these questions, maybe y'all's answers to these questions. I am very curious, though. What's the most intimidating book on y'all's TBR pile? I want to know. And as far as doing this tag, anyone who sees this video and has not done this tag, I tag you. Maybe I will actually tag some people in the video description. I have no idea. But yes, thank you all for coming on to this video. Like if you like it, comment down below. Subscribe if you want to. If you really like this video, want to see more of my videos and stuff. And if you made this far into the video, you're not really sure what to say, but want to leave me an emoji to let me know you're here, leave me a crown emoji in honor of the Grace of Kings, and that way it will force me, hopefully, again, to start reading The Grace of Kings. Anyways, thank you all again for coming to this video, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye!